This
Okay,
is,
so
we have
I'm a
a
hotspot.
D1
Okay.
business spotlight, individuals not here yet, so if you move a little further down on your agenda, we're going to move to our planning conversation. How many of you have participated in any of the Northwest corridor planning that we've had thus far in the city of Detroit District 9? All right, so good. That was our concern, because they just had a big meeting 2 days ago. And they gave this big plan. The room was full. We were afraid that we were going to have a room full of folks that already saw it. So we got a lot of folks that haven't seen it. So Dave Walker, we have also Michelle Fenoy and Kate Humphrey. They're going to come and give you all a presentation. It's going to be brief on what's going on in terms of planning along Northwest Grand River Corridor. All right, in District 1. Without further ado, I turn over the mic. Dave Walker. Now give it up.
Hello, everyone. I feel like I'm home here. So, just so you guys know, I was born in a place in London, England called Brixton. Brixton is a very strong Caribbean culture. The reason why I was born there in London, England, is because both of my parents are from Jamaica. My mother's from St. Anne's, in this country farm place called Maiden Hall. And my father is from Falmouth, right off of Montego Bay, right next to a beach where I grew up and used to swim called Trelawney Beach. So it's wonderful being kind of in this space. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Detroit, because I love Detroit. I live in Detroit now for the last 2 years, and I am totally enamored. So one of the purposes of us doing these elements is really establishing a redevelopment strategy for neighborhoods, a strategy of investment, and a strategy where we can start to work with you to define how we spend our money so we spend it correctly. One of the things that we wanted to do with that is talk to you as residents and make sure we took in the culture and the history of the neighborhood. So we went through and we talked to different residents, and we had what we were calling oral histories to understand kind of what the history of the neighborhood, who's lived here, what it was like living here years ago. And we talked to a number of different people. We talked to Carol Jenkins, and we probably talked to about 8 different people. We've got little video snippets of each one. We're not going to go through that today, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea that in our mind, you, the existing residents, are the most important component of this process. So what we wanted to do is remember kind of what drew us here to Detroit. And really what drew us here is the families and the neighborhoods. And so then how do we revive that? And how do we kind of regenerate that so more people want to come here and really start families and really build a history here? So as part of this process, what we did is we looked at 2 nodes that we're going to focus on. The Old Redford node, which we seem to center as Grand River and Losser. And the other node is the Grand Mount Rosedale node. And so as part of this process, we had a number of neighborhood meetings. We had a number of focus groups, open houses, and interactive breakout sessions. We had almost 400 residents engaged in this process, and many more with the focus groups if you include those as well. So as our process to doing this, we wanted to engage the community as much as possible, and we're going to continue to do that. We're not going to stop. Over the next 2 or 3 years, we're going to have a number of focus groups really focused on specific implementation projects. So what are we trying to do? We're really trying to build on strength. And this neighborhood, one of the reasons why we're here is because we feel it is so strong. It's so strong historically, it's so strong culturally, it's so strong with art, and the neighborhoods are strong with the neighborhoods. Oh, yeah. Okay, so then one of the things that we're doing is really trying to focus on neighborhoods. And we're going to be talking about Grand River and Grand Mount Rosedale. And the reason why we're talking about those 2 neighborhoods is really because Grand Mount Rosedale, as you know, very strong neighborhood, strong housing market, Rosedale Park, all those specific neighborhoods we feel are very strong. And in the Old Redford Losser area, we have really strong elements such as Rogel Golf Course, the park, Rouge River, and a number of different elements that we believe are very strong that we can build off of, especially the arts cultural district that we see in Grand River and Louser, and the Old Redford Theater. So let's talk about Old Redford. So one of the nice things about Old Redford is we have a downtown, 10-minute walk away from Greater Sand Hill neighborhood, Old Redford neighborhood, Riverdale, and a number of great things going on, such as the new 8th precinct. Hopefully the resource center will can get back up and running. We can get that going. Meyer Grocery Store, and we have a wonderful project called MSU Hope. And then we have Grandmont Rosedale. We have a number of great things going on there. The Grandmont Rosedale CDC, Cook Elementary, the Community House, and really the Grandland Center. We consider the Old Redford neighborhood our traditional downtown, and we consider the Grandmont Rosedale area traditional Main Street. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at these neighborhoods in really 4 components, looking at the commercial corridors, parks and open space, streetscape, and single-family stabilization. And it's really going to incorporate 4 strategies: small business, streetscape, housing, and parks and greenways. So we're going to talk about this, and I'm going to introduce you to Kate Humphrey. Oh, I'm sorry. First, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about small business. Detroit Economic Growth Corporation is really kind of managing this, working with us. But what you guys should understand is that the area is very rich in its potential for economic development. TEGC did a study, and they had a company called StreetSense come in and take a look at the neighborhood. And what they found out was that there's an additional 1 million square feet of neighborhood and good services that this neighborhood can handle. In addition to that, we've got about 137,000 additional square feet of food and beverage that this neighborhood can handle. So what's that mean? That means this neighborhood has the spending power for more restaurants, more retail, and now what we have to do is define kind of where that goes and what type of stores can potentially come in. And we're going to do that with a number of different tools that we have. Motor City Match, Motor City Restore, which is to help existing businesses. But those are all resources that we found. And as a part of this process, what we discovered years ago when we took a look at some other elements that our consultant did is that almost $325 million is leaving this neighborhood every year of people shopping outside of the neighborhood, going to the suburbs, going outside the neighborhood.
Dave,
So,
how much was that again? Say that one more time. No, seriously, say it again. Hit that
oh
hard.
yeah, so just once again, $325 million leaves this neighborhood to go to the suburbs and to go outside the neighborhood to buy. And let's understand, you guys have a shopping center in Dearborn that's pretty nice, and there's some other shopping centers that are very close to this area. So we get it, but now we have to work together as a community and try to fix that. And so one of the things that we're doing is, so one of the things that we've been doing is really trying to understand kind of who wants to open up a business, who has an entrepreneurial spirit, who's got the energy to open up a business. And then what we want to do is connect them with the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation and then get them into this program called Motor City Match. How many people are familiar with Motor City Match? Raise your hand. Okay, so you guys know that's what's going on. Another great program that's happening is Motor City Restore. Now, people who have existing buildings that they own on our commercial corridors, they're able to get grants from the Detroit Economic Growth Corporation to improve the looks, the conditions of the exterior of the building. So once again, we think it's another program that's going to work well to help investors invest in their neighborhood. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about kind of our Motor City Match cash design winners in Old Redford. Let's Reggie gets this thing connected, and then we'll talk about our Motor City Match cash award winners in Grandmont Rosedale. One thing I would like to let you guys know is there's a couple of restaurants that I feel in this neighborhood are absolutely wonderful. And I'm not trying to single them out because they're so great, but they are places that I'm not sure how many people have been to Sweet Potato Sensation. Okay, I love that place. So it's one of the places that I tend to go to all the time. And then there's another place that's very small. It's called River Bistro. Who's been to River Bistro yet? So they have some of the best food on the planet. And I think they were just rated on Curb Detroit as the #1 place for brunch in the city of Detroit. So that's pretty amazing. So And it's a young African-American chef. He's got a picture on the wall in the culinary school. It's a really great story. So let's go through this. So we've got these cash awards, the Motor City Design Awards, and then we have Motor City Restore. We've got 2 of those, and we've got 4 Motor City Cash Award winners, which means they can start investing in the building. As part of this process, we also want to help people who own existing buildings that have been sitting there vacant. It's very frustrating for us to see that these beautiful old buildings vacant. How do we help these owners define how these buildings can be utilized? So we've established a program to help them with plans and ideas to get that going on. We've also got some existing buildings that private developers are going to start to invest in. And one of those buildings is on Losser and Grand River, which we call the Obama building because there's a big kind of mural of the Michelle and Barack on there. But they're in the process of redeveloping that, and hopefully within the next year you guys are going to see some rehab of that building in a new use. And we've also got some wonderful city-owned buildings that we own that we're going to be looking for developers, marketing those buildings, and starting a process to try to get some new businesses in here and figuring out a way to get those developed. And so, you guys should also understand that as part of the $100 million bond, we have $6.8 million allocated for this specific neighborhood. So the question becomes, how are you going to use that? So one of the things that we like to do is between Grand River and Losser, there's a street called Old Redford Street. We believe because of the success of the Sidewalk Festival that happens yearly, that we can potentially have that festival happen more often and create a really wonderful area for shopping. So this is what that area looks like now. So we want to use a portion of that $6.8 million to do something like this. What it becomes is a shared festival street which can be programmed in different activities. So if there wanted to be a Caribbean festival there, it can happen. If there wanted to be a shopping event there, it can happen. But if it's not happening, we believe that the bike lanes and the street and the cars can go, but then once we have a festival, then it starts to get activated and it starts to become a festival street. So that's one thing that we have money for that we're going to start and try to implement that over the next few years. Another thing that we've been looking at is establishing a gateway for the Grandmont Rosedale area on Grand River. To do this, we're thinking that on Evergreen and Grand River, where Pure Word is and where that gas station is, we can close off a portion of that street and create a plaza space, which is also a gateway that can be utilized by the community. So what does that mean? So this is what that area looks like now. It's a very horrible intersection. It's got really kind of bad traffic. So we believe we can close a portion of that street off and create a festival. Now, the farmers market that Grandmont Rosedale CEC performs, they put it in a community house. Imagine in the summertime if that farmers market could be in this wonderful plaza selling fresh fruits and vegetables, and everybody can sit on Grand River and attend and socialize. And so one of the things we're going to do is we're going to have on May 12th from 2 to 8 p.m., we're going to do a pop-up to show what that can look like and what that can feel like. And it's going to be like a festival, and we're calling it the Shop Small event. And that pop-up is going to go on from April 28th through June 8th, so you're going to see the space activated, and then there's going to be a special kind of celebration of that on May 12th from 2 to 8. So we hope you can attend with all of our partners. And another thing that we're thinking about doing, working with NDOT, because the roads are both state roads and county roads. The big red is state roads, the blues are county. So obviously we can't put money into those, but we are working with NDOT because they are interested in what we're thinking about with Grand River. So what are we thinking about? Well, one of the things is we want to make Grand River a signature place for retail, shops, restaurants, and pedestrian traffic. So this is what Grand River looks like now between Grand River and Losser. Imagine if what we can do is create a more pedestrian-friendly environment where children and families were able to cross the street safely and go shop and go to restaurants. We're not talking about putting in a median. All we're talking about doing is making intersections a little bit pedestrian-friendly by putting what's called pedestrian medians, but they don't extend the entire road. They just are in the intersection. And this is just a quick kind of example of what that can look like. It's not done yet because what's going to happen is NDOT's going to work with us to do a traffic study to understand kind of what this can look and feel like. And then we're going to engage you, the residents, again, to help us develop the ideas, the character, and the style of what the street can look and feel like. So that traffic study will hopefully kind of begin in the spring. We hope to be done with that later this summer. And then what I'd like to do is introduce you to Kate Humphrey. She's going to talk a little bit about some of our housing initiatives.
Thanks, Dave. Good morning, everyone. My name is Kate. I'm here from the Housing and Revitalization Department, here to talk about some of the housing strategies that are coming out of the planning process. So I want to start by taking another look at those two nodes that Dave identified at the beginning. On the right, we've got Claremont Rosedale. On the left is Old Redford. And one indication of neighborhood strength is how much of the property is owned by the city. And so on the right, in Claremont Rosedale, you can see there's very few of those colored parcels that show what's owned by the city. Very strong neighborhoods, really solid single-family housing stock. We think some of the existing programs like Detroit Mortgage and 0% home interest loan program are at work in that neighborhood. We compare that to Old Redford, much higher concentration of city-owned property. We think that needs a different approach, but the city can use the fact that we do own so much of that land to really make a bigger impact at scale. And that's why the housing strategies that I'm going to talk about are really concentrated in Old Redford instead of in Rosedale. So the first initiative that we have coming out is adaptive reuse of the Nathan Fulton Elementary School. And so this is kind of tucked up immediately northeast of the Old Redford Commercial Core. We issued a request for proposals in October to try and recruit a development team to rehab the school and activate about 7.5 acres of vacant land that are surrounding the school grounds. One of the requirements in our RFP was that there be public access to the site, and that was a result of one of the things we heard in the planning process, talking with neighbors, was that they really wanted to kind of improve connectivity. That block takes up a big space. It's hard to kind of cut through because the school is there. We received 2 proposals. They were both for residential use. We think that inside the school would yield somewhere between 30 and 35 housing units, in addition to some kind of community space that would be available to the public for meetings like this or block club meetings. And so this is what Holcomb looks like today along Beckner Street. And this is what we think it could look like in the future. Rehabbing the school, adding some additional public realm improvements, landscaping, obviously trying to add some of that density back in, get more life on the street. And so where we are with this now, city's currently in negotiations with one of the development teams that we think has the best chance of making this project be successful. We anticipate having a meeting with the community, hopefully next month, to talk through that more and have the community have a chance to ask questions directly of that team. And there will be, this is kind of the beginning of the process that will continue on. There still have to be city council approval of the land sale, any of the development agreement terms that the city works out. Land bank has to approve the sale of their land. There would have to be conditional use approval to convert the use of the school, so there's still a long public process that happens after we select the team to keep moving forward with. And in that same area surrounding the Holcomb School, as you saw on the first slide, there's a pretty heavy concentration of vacant lots and vacant structures that are owned by the Detroit Land Bank Authority. And so we have been searching for a partner to work with us kind of at scale. At the same time, Holcomb will be going on. But without having that parcel, we don't want to allow all of those houses to remain vacant and to deteriorate. Well, we kind of search for the perfect solution. So we want to make sure that community members have the opportunity to participate in the revitalization. So we've worked with the land bank to identify 15 structures that are in condition today that makes them able to be rehabbed. They don't have any title issues. And so these houses that you see here will be available for sale the first week of May. Those first 2 on top will be auctioned off. So if you're familiar with the land bank's auction program, that's one-day auction online. Those other ones on the bottom will be available through what they call the Own It Now program, and that's where you can go online. I think the asking price for most of those is around $1,000. They definitely, none of them are in move-in ready condition. There would need to be a pretty intensive rehab effort, but we think that stabilizing this area is really critical to the success of the Holcomb project and really kind of adding that density back in around the Old Redford node to take advantage of the investments the city will be making in small business and streetscape and some of those other initiatives that we'll hear about today. And with those, 15 or so vacant homes, there's also quite a high number of vacant lots, and we think that improving the condition of those is really important. Unfortunately, the city doesn't have the ability to care for the vacant lots to the standard we think would be ideal. And so we've been working with a lot of community partners on this effort. One of them is the Detroit Light Busters. In particular, there's a strip of lots on Orchard Street, just kind of north of the town center. They've already been maintaining for a number of years, but we're working with them on some placemaking initiatives and ways to kind of improve how those lots are functioning, and we're hoping to be able to actually sell those lots to the Light Busters. Michelle will talk a little more in the next section about some of the other initiatives the city's working on, really improve the condition and feel of those lots. The last thing I'll touch on is the new rental property compliance program the city is just rolling out. And so this new ordinance was passed last year, and the goal is to ensure the quality and safety of rental housing across the city, and that's for both multifamily units and single-family rental. And that is to protect not only the tenants, but also the homeowners that are in the same neighborhood as rental properties, knowing that those being in blighted condition and having issues with code compliance can really bring down the character of the whole neighborhood. And so it'll be a citywide effort to ensure that all renters are living in safe, clean, and decent housing. And so the reason we're talking about this today is because these two zip codes in Northwest Detroit will be the first, among the first to have this program rolled out. And so starting in May, so actually it's coming up next week, landlords in these two zip codes will have 3 months to register their rental properties with the city, and then another 6 months after that to rehab them, have them brought up to code, make any necessary repairs, request the city to come out and inspect it, issue their certificate of compliance if they don't already have one, and then at that point, starting this fall, if there are any renters in these zip codes, can go online, check to see whether or not their landlord has properly registered their property, whether or not they've done any repairs, if they've made good on getting their necessary code clearance from the city, and if not, those renters will actually be able to withhold rent from their landlord until the landlord gets those properties up to standard. So our hope is that this will go a long way in improving just the physical condition of neighborhoods, protecting renters, improving the general physical appearance. I'm sorry, it's 48219 and 48223. And so this whole effort will take through 2020 to roll out. They started with just DCU, where there's a higher concentration of rental properties, but both of these are in the first phase.
Is this presentation available so that you can email it out, or is it available for?
Yeah, the presentation will be loaded on the website, and we'll give you that website information at the end of this.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Michelle Flournoy.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So this is the last of the 4 strategies, and I think it's just important to kind of go back to the idea that all of these things and the way we're focusing in some of these key nodes, they layer on each other. So what Kate talked about with housing investment, trying to bring up some of those home values and addressing vacant homes, and what Dave talked about with layering into streetscape improvements right around there and the retail businesses opening. This all layers together and hopefully helps support each other. And so the last piece is this Parks and Greenways. And a big part is giving people access to more open space, more green space, for recreational use. And then the other part of this strategy is where those spaces are, looking at some of these vacant sites as opportunities to create more green space. And so I'll walk through a couple of those. One of the exciting ones is already underway. They should be starting construction this summer. They're going through the BC review process. Is the old Houghton School site, which is vacant. It's a cold block, and MSU Extension is coming in, and they're going to build one structure this summer, hopefully start on that, and it will also include community garden space and open walking path through the site. So that's really exciting for the neighborhood just south of Old Redford, Riverdale, and Brightwater area. When we're going back to the neighborhood that Kate was talking about, just to the northeast of Old Redford, Grand River, and Lasser, and we're looking at putting those houses on sale for rehab. We're looking at also those vacant lots and how we can take the energy of the downtown Old Redford area, Grand River, and Lasser, and the opportunity of the Rodell Golf Course acquisition to connect those. So how can we start to have those spaces feel like they are, and within a 10-minute walk of each other? So this idea, this concept is to go right from that area at Lasser, through that energy that's already there, the artist installation spaces that exist, to the new development and the public space that's being required to be provided by that development, and through some of the existing neighborhoods there. And the opportunity there is to improve the existing infrastructure, so where sidewalks need repair, actually extending those, making them wider. We're going to go into the design phase of this summer, so we don't yet know what it exactly will look like, and we're looking to talk to residents and really work together to establish what we want there, right? So whether it's better walking, pedestrian, and biking infrastructure, or better planting, just to indicate that you can walk through your neighborhood, you can walk from Old Redford all the way to Rodell. This could be different plantings, this could be art installation, and even paths through these vacant lots off street. And so that's what we're going to begin this summer. We have funding to start the design process, and so we'll gather together whoever's interested in that in the neighborhood and really start to dive into that. And all of this is also exciting because of the recent approval by council for the acquisition of Rodell. So I'm not sure if everybody's aware of that, but the city actually has a plan to purchase that back by the end of July. And one of the big things that led us to that site was the opportunity to manage stormwater. So a lot of DWC has a lot of stress on the system because the stormwater goes into the same system as the sewer system. And so if they can take opportunities to take the stormwater outside of that system, alleviate the pressure that causes flooding and basement backups, and actually just drain that stormwater into open green space designed to handle that, that's what the opportunity there is at Rodell. So it would be taking the stormwater from the neighboring residential area and putting it into the site. So we're under the design process for exactly what that looks like and how that can also be a public amenity with trails and open space for residents while also managing stormwater. In the near term, we know that Bird Road is a concern for residents in the area, and so we're looking at traffic calming measures and improving pedestrian access through Bird Road, and then also the edges around the Rodell site, how we can clean that up, have a better maintenance regime starting this summer. And then there's the long-term vision, which I already talked about a little bit, stormwater and the open space trails. But another piece of that is looking at whether this could actually, there's opportunity for development here. And so Holy City would like to hold those areas along 7 Mile to the north side because they could provide opportunity in the future for development that would support neighborhood growth. And in the meantime, that open space that's managing the stormwater would allow trails to go through wetland areas, prairie areas, grassland, and even provide educational opportunities. The other exciting thing about the Rodell site is its location right along the Rouge River. So we know that there's other parks, large city parks, some of the most unique natural spaces in the city that are along the Rouge River. And what if we could start to look at how we could connect Rouge Park to Liza Powell, to Rodell, and have a greenway all along the west side. So that's the forward-thinking vision of how all these spaces come together to kind of layer on top of each other. So I'll just do a quick recap, and then Dave can open it up for questions. When we talk about small business, we have more rounds of Motor City Match and Motor City Restore that are going to be opening up. We have the old Redford city-owned buildings that we're looking to market, get owners in there. And then we have the platform development that should be going through actually applying for site plan review from the city this summer. With the streetscape, I just came from a cleanup effort that was happening right there, the Puritan and Plainview intersection with Grand River. And what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks is that a mural will be painted on the street and some street furniture to really turn that into a park space will be installed. So right now you just see barricades, but over the next couple of weeks before that shop small bit, it'll start to grow and get some character. Like Kate said, we'll come back in May and work with the residents of the Holcomb neighborhood to talk to the developer that we're in negotiations with. And those houses, the land bank houses, will go for sale in May, in the next couple of weeks. And all of this will be on the website, and we can post more about those exact houses and the open house things. And then there's the Rodell acquisition, which will be complete by the end of July. And we'll begin diving into that arts loop design and also the long-term vision for Rodell. So with that, I'll give it back to Dave to take some questions.
And so what I'm going to do, does everyone have a pen and paper? Because I'm going to give you the website. So I'm going to wait for everyone to get a pen and paper out. And then Kate Humphrey is going to slowly tell you guys the website location. Okay, Kate, go ahead.
So this PowerPoint presentation and some of the other resources that were referenced in there will be posted most likely early next week. The website is www.detroitmi.gov/northwest. So detroitmi.gov/northwest. /northwest.
Okay, so now we just wanted to open it up for questions. I think we have some. And then how much time do you want for questions, Councilman?
We want people to be able to get their questions out. This is important.
Okay.
We're gonna give you the fixed mic, and I'm gonna roll with this one.
Just raise your hand if you have any questions, but any questions you have, now is the time to ask.
Yes, my name is Robert Patterson, and I'm a board member treasurer with the Grandma Community Association. I live in zip code 48227. And my concern is I've been to the Thursday meeting and this meeting. From the Thursday meeting, I was concerned about things that were being overlooked and ignored. I think Grandmont's area east of Southfield is being overlooked, especially when you consider a radius of 1,500 feet from Edison Elementary. There are 8 restaurants in the area. Obviously, there's been some positive vibe there that's encouraged them to stay. National restaurants, and I think it's important that we look at those and evaluate them and see how it can best be used for not only the Grandmont area, but also Grandmont, Rosedale, and the entire city of Detroit. Also, Southfield Service Drive is very important to me. I think more emphasis should be placed on that, especially with the installation of bike lanes running north and south. Southfield is a critical north-south avenue, and I think it's important that we take into account transportation alternatives and include bike lanes there. Also along Schoolcraft out to the chain of parks that we're talking about there on the west. And thirdly, it's important to me that we look at meaningful, long-term, heavy investment in the area of Grandmont Rosedale. In particular, referencing the America site at West Outer Drive and Grand River. It goes over to Minot and then goes across the street to an old IHOP restaurant. I think it would be a critical need to have that established as a multi-use site, a multi-story site, and encourage new housing availability, especially for seniors in our area, and seniors are wanting to stay, but they don't have the requisite availability. Now, I realize these are all difficult and really have to get into these things in deference to our councilman and the meeting. I was trying to be as brief as I could, but I have written up some information on this.
Okay, just so you know, item number 3, we already have been looking at that. We spent hours looking at that. And we will continue to look at the Comerica Bank site and the IHOP site. So those are something that we have developers that are very interested in. Those are something that we have developers that are very interested in now. Your question number 2 in regard to the Southfield Service Drive. At this point, we're trying to focus our efforts when it relates to streetscape improvements and bike lane improvements and those things in specific areas where we believe development is going to happen. We only have a certain pot of money, and we have to really focus that money and that energy in specific places to create kind of success and wins. So we're trying to get a win at Old River, Grand River, and Rosser, and we're trying to get a win at Evergreen and Grand River. So we can't. I think one of the failings, and I always want people to be very clear to understand that we are a city that went through bankruptcy. And at a certain point, we have to manage our money and our pocketbooks very, very well. And we have to target our dollars in specific areas with a strategic idea for growth over time. We can't spread ourselves too thin. And we can't sit there and improve sidewalks when there's only 2 homes or 2 existing homeowners on a block, which used to happen in the past, where entire sidewalks would get repaired and there'd be 1 homeowner in that entire block. So we have to...
does have some challenges, but it also has a lot of ability.
We agree with it.
More, and I looked at all the residents using service,
Yeah.
and I sort of come up with the same information.
Oh, we agree. We've just identified two nodes as very important to us. Old River, Grand River Losser, and the Grandmont Rosedale CDC area. Those nodes are, but it doesn't preclude us from doing something over time. This isn't something that is done now, and we won't look at your neighborhood for the next 100 years. So our goal is that we get some big wins first. Focus our energy, our money, good money management, good production, getting it done, and then we start to look at other places. The Southfield Jeffries Industrial Quarter is another place we'd love to look at when we talk about Schoolcraft. There are so many spaces that we need and want to look at, but we have to take our time and manage ourselves very well.
We got one back here.
Hello, first of all, thank you so much for bringing some attention to the Northwest Side. So I commend you for that. However, I'm listening to some of the key points of your wins. And so I'm wondering if you're going to have that consideration moving towards the Grand River Greenfield area down to Schoolcraft. Because in that area, you do have, if you look at the map, I've already done that research for a while. There are homes there, people who are sustaining my family. They're not selling their homes. So we're talking about people who are in that community trying to rebuild the community. Also associations over there, I'm not actively involved with them, but that Grand River, Schoolcraft, and Greenfield area has development there. So I guess my concern is, since you're working on, it's always this concern of Grandmont and Losser, that's great, but on down to Grand River, going towards downtown, where there are families there are homes there, the educated community who refuse to sell their homes there. When are you going to bring that area down to the Grand River Greenfield Schoolcraft area?
Just so everything you said, I agree with 100%. Once again, we only have a certain pot of money. So we have to focus our energy at Grand River Losser, one node, and the other node is at Grand River and Grandmont Rosedale area. For economic development, new streetscapes, and different things like that. Believe me, when we first looked at this neighborhood, the Greenfield, Grand River area, especially because of the Tower Center, the Mammoth Building, and all of these happening in Greenfield, Grandmont, all these neighborhoods, we know that, we understand that, but we can't spread our dollars too thin. Everybody, and you're not the only neighborhood that has a strong neighborhood and strong residents. We have so many. There's a boundary area that we created, and that boundary area doesn't touch on some things here, Telegraph and some other areas. We can't do the entire District 1 at one time. We don't have the dollars, we don't have the resources, and we don't have the time. So what we have to do is target and focus on specific nodes and get successes, and work with the community and figure out what we're going to do and what we do right. And at that point, we can take that model and start to move it. But believe me when I tell you, we've already identified specific areas that we'd like to move on to next. And that Greenfield, Grand River area, because of the Tower Center, the Mammoth Building, which is not for sale, the Grandmont neighborhood, all these different areas around there, we believe that's a very successful node. So we kind of have to do well over the next 2 to 3 to 4 years and do these successes for Grand River Losser, which is going to take some time, and then another 2 to 3 years to do some successes for the kind of node of the Grandmont Rosedale CDC, and then we'll probably be able to move on to the other areas. So I would just sit there and tell you, you're just going to have to wait, because as resources come available, we just came through bankruptcy. The $100 million bond is the first time we've had to be able to bond after bankruptcy. And then after that, we hope to kind of get a regular succession, build the tax base, and get more dollars into the city to do more. So at this point, we can't do more because we're kind of a city that's just coming out of bankruptcy, and we have to spend our money very wisely.
So let me just add to this. So this is not the only project. These are not the only projects that you guys are working on, your department is working on in the city of Detroit. Talk a little bit briefly, because we're going to make sure we around. There's other places around the city of Detroit that those dollars are going.
No, that $100 million, we've got 8 specific neighborhoods that we're working in. Literally Nichols, we're going to start with Warrendale, Cody Rouge very soon, the Russell Woods Garden Park area, Island View Villages we just completed. We're going to hopefully do Town, Jefferson Chalmers. So all these neighborhoods, once again, we're going to neighborhoods that have a strong residential base, and we're trying to build from that with specific nodes and increase economic development. So yeah, this is, most of the districts typically have one neighborhood where they're the focus. Some districts have 2, but this is the focus of this neighborhood, is that boundary that we identified.
Good morning. I'm Cora Foster from Grandma Community Association with Robert next to me. My question is that you keep saying Rosedale community, but that includes Grandma community on the other side of the freeway, east side of the freeway. You have people homes over there, the Blue area, but you keep saying GREC, that includes us. So parents teachers got to be listed on that planning program because they're not part of us. We're part of them. It's 5 of us, not just 4.
Yeah, so we are doing the effort of putting the energy in that corridor along the Grand River. And all the neighborhoods that touch and use that corridor, both south and north, we believe will be impacted in a positive way. So we're not trying to exclude anybody. We're trying to do a redevelopment on a specific corridor and get investment and work with NDOT and work with the businesses to try to get more economic development activity there. So we believe that if you can get economic development active and energy into that neighborhood, that people will come there to go to a new restaurant, to go to new retail, and to enjoy that experience. So we're not excluding that. We believe that you are a part of that.
Good morning. I'm from Berg Lasher, and a small business owner in the area. My question is, why did you stop at Grand River and Lasher and not come all the way down to 7 in Grand River where you need the current restoration that's going on at the Redford Oaks Mall right there?
Sure. So we had to really focus our dollars on a specific area. So what we did is we defined an area because of the strength of that area and the interest that we were starting to see from that area. So for instance, for Grand River and Lasher, we had a developer who bought 2 buildings. We have an old Redford Theater. We have a successful Sweet Potato Sensations. We have developers who own a number of buildings that were ready to redevelop. So it all made sense for us that, okay, we only have a limited amount of dollars. Let's target right here. Let's get a success. Let's get some wins. And then working with the community, working with the developers, working with the business owners and the buildings and the building owners, let's figure out what makes sense and then start to move that same process to other parts of the neighborhood. So our goal is to move to other areas, but we have to be successful at some place, at some point in time first. And until we can show success, we shouldn't move. Because I don't think you would want us to sit there and spread ourselves too thin and try to do so many things in a poor way, rather than really focusing in some place to do something almost perfect and then move that perfect cycle to other areas. Yes.
They go to the 7 and Grand River and Lasher.
Yes.
That's going to be ugly. And then you got
Well, man, we only have a certain amount of dollars. We would love to do the entire Grand River at one time and fill that gap as you indicated. But once again, we're just coming out of